Hi everyone. In this video session, we will be talking about data cleaning. What is data cleaning? Primarily, when you receive certain data, maybe from different databases or Excel files, you would want to make sure the output is as per your requirement. That is, let's say in this case, I would want that surname should be in the first cell and the name should be in the next cell, and that too for all the names that I have in the list. So how do I clean this data as per my requirement? This as a concept will require the use of various techniques of Excel, one of which is called text to columns. We briefly touched upon this concept when we discussed dates in the fourth section of level 1, video number 4, but I'll discuss more in this video session. Alright, now how do I segregate this into two different columns? Now if I can somehow give Excel a logic which says that wherever you find a comma, you separate the data into two different columns. So since this data contains consistently all comma as a divider point between the name and surname, I can perfectly use that. Let me show you on a sample data first. I'm choosing few names. After which, let me go to data tab, within which let me go to text to column. Now if you look closely at the icon, you will notice it seems that this orange blue denominated data has been segregated into different columns. That's exactly the concept I would be requiring. So let me click on text to columns. Once I do that, I get two primary options. One says delimited. Characters such as commas or tabs separate each field, which means wherever you have something in common, in our case it's comma, you can use that as a delimiter to help segregate data. So this is step 1 of 3. Let me proceed with step 2 of 3. I'll discuss the next fixed width later. So next. Alright, now I need to tell Excel in the step 2 of 3 that what is the common delimiter point. In our case it is comma. Perfect. Now you could have told why not space. Even space is dividing the data. If I use space, you will notice it cuts the data into 3 different columns, but it also cuts the data in such a manner that the middle name is also segregated in the third column, which I don't want in the current scenario. So let me not take space. Let me take comma as the option out. Let me go to next. Now this is the final step, step 3 of 3, and it shows the data preview, the output that is going to be in your screen in some time. But wait, there's something very important. It's called destination. The destination means after you segregate the data, where does the output begin from? If I do not do anything right now and keep the default as A4, and if I press finish thereafter, let's see what happens. You will notice it replaces the existing data. I did not want that. I wanted the existing data to be there in their original cells and the output in 2 different columns beside it. So let me press Ctrl Z. Let me redo this, and this time let me do it on the entire data from start till the end. So let me select Ismail, which I have, keeping Shift Ctrl keys pressed, both of them, and then I use the down arrow key so that it quickly selects the entire data from start till end. Let me go to data tab, text to column, delimited as chosen. Next. By default tab is chosen, but in case you have used comma once, it comes comma thereafter. So comma is itself chosen. Next. Now destination, which is currently A4, the one which is blinking, I delete that and I select the cell adjoining to it. So now my output is going to begin from the cell which is blinking on my screen. So let me press finish. Alright. So what I now notice, the original data intact. If you wish, you can delete that column. Otherwise, I can also work along with this data, name and surname. Now just trying to connect our previous video session with this current scenario. If I wanted Ismail first and then Abdul Salam. In a lot of countries, they spell the name first and then surname. So if I were to join these 2 strings in a sequence that I want, I will be using concatenate. Let me press the tab key to auto-complete the formula. Now text 1, let me choose Ismail, comma. Now, as we remember from the last video session, that if you want to add a space between Ismail and the word Abdus Salam, I must enclose within double quotation that space. So it is considered as a separate text, comma, and then Abdus Salam. Closing the brackets, enter. At the bottom right of the cell, let me double click and let me extend the column width. If I wanted all the names in upper cases, I could have used the formula upper, which we discussed long back in level 1. So I can put upper, open the bracket, the entire contents which concatenate is providing me, that has been enclosed under upper, and let me close one more bracket so that the final formula looks in this manner. Now once I press enter, notice what happens. Yes, everything in capital letter. So do practice this particular part. We'll talk more about the other options that are available in text to column in the upcoming video.